Hello to everyone. Welcome to Astro in Dhabi. To everybody that have greeted me, hello to you and welcome to the channel. Hello Mani, hello Nirmalan. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just gonna introduce myself very quickly. My name is Abi, psychic medium, intuitive reader, Vedic astrologist, Westernologist, numerologist, monologist, tarot, karmic astrology, light giving, etc. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to it. All my content is there, and that content is all on audio. It's the same content from Awareness by Abi, and it's the same content from Astro in with Abi. So you'll find all my insights there, which can really help you, not just from understanding astrology holistically what it is, but it's also having a deeper understanding of as to um, the different months, what you can do to bring out best probability for you from an experiential point, depending on which area of your life you're going to focus on. There's so much there. I think I'm closing on 500 videos there, and I think in 2 months to close in on 500 videos is quite a lot. So you can also go on to my Spotify account, but it's better on YouTube because I'm going to be loading a lot of more content on YouTube, and some of it will not be on Spotify. So please go on to YouTube. It's Astro In with Abi. Subscribe to the channel, and it's free. Now, to those of you that have sent me questions on WhatsApp, to answer these questions, you'll find it also on my YouTube channel. Mira, namaste and welcome. Before we go on to the April general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs, I just want to round up or give an overview as to what transpired in March, which will have a full effect on what happens in April, May, June, July, and August. So over the next 5 months, we've got the new moon solar eclipse. That energy is still very strong in the month of April. So this is more like a this is more like a cusp of energy. Yeah, the March and April forecast. So the theme that is here that you got to look back at 2023 March. It's the same theme that has cropped up, and for everybody it will be different. But if you can think back on 2023 March, because remember we was impacted by that Aries Libra eclipses, a string of eclipses between the Aries and Libra signs. So the last one of it was on the 29th of March, and this has been a very very powerful one, purely because we've got Saturn's influence here, we've got Mercury retrograding, we've got Venus retrograde. These are very very important transits that you can look at, not just the new moon solar eclipse. It's like this year you've got two chemicals and you mix them in a jar. Now these two chemicals, you can see you've put them in, but in the jar, thank you Money for your gifting, may your pockets always remain full. But in the jar, there's a lot of outside influence. You've got the jar now placed on was a Bunsen burner, I think, eh? Bunsen burner, and now you've got flame heating it up. Obviously, this will create a different reaction. Now you've got the air covered on the top. Obviously, it will create a different reaction. So same like this year, you've got a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, impacting directly looking opposite the sign of Aries, which is Libra. But you've got Mercury retrograde, you've got Venus retrograde. So obviously, there's so much of planets that are sitting in the Pisces sign. All of this plays a huge role in how this new moon solar eclipse behave. It's not just like a normal new moon solar eclipse, which is a promoted version of intense subconscious, whatever's happening in the subconscious mind. This new moon solar eclipse, it brings it out into play. It's a magnified or um, a promoted version of whatever is buried in your subconscious. Now you can imagine with the new moon solar eclipse with Mercury and Venus retrograde, this is purely on the things that you love doing. It's on the things that you love doing. It's regarding your children. It's regarding the things that you love doing, your creative side of you, and most importantly, your relationships. And not just your intimate relationships. It's your relationship with yourself and other people. It can be anybody. It could be your neighbors, your dogs, your cat. And it's been the busiest month. March has been the busiest month because we've had Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde from the 1st of March. Venus is still currently retrograding right now as we speak, but getting ready to move direct. And I'll give you the dates now. So the key dates. So on April 1st, we've got Mercury that is stationing direct. So April 1st was 2 days ago, but I always work on the 5 day rule. If you know, I work on the 5 days rule, 5 day rule. So 5 days before and 5 days after, you generally don't do anything. You just wait. So Mercury stations direct on the 1st, which has already happened. Namaste Riya and welcome. On the 7th of April, we have a full moon in Libra, and Venus goes direct in Pisces on the 7th. But here, once again, we give it a 5 day rule. On the 12th, it's a good time to make changes. Then on April the 12th, Mercury enters Aries. So on the 16th of April, you've got Mercury entering Aries. Now Mars will enter Leo again on the 18th of April. And remember, the ruler of Leo is the Sun, and the Sun is currently sitting in Aries energy. So you've got the ruler of Aries going into Leo, and the ruler of Leo is sitting in Aries sign. So this is a very beautiful transit. I'm going to talk about it later on before I do your monthly report or your general predictions. So you've got the Sun entering Taurus, the sign of Taurus, on the 19th of April. And we have a new moon in Taurus on the 27th of April. We must also understand that we still have Uranus in Taurus for the last 6 years, 6.5 years. And finally, we've got Venus that will enter Aries again on the 30th of April. So just to sum this off, we've got a lot of activity in Pisces and Aries. So this is no different from the month of March. A lot of activity in Pisces and Aries. The only difference here is that the sun's placement moves from a water sign into a fire sign. Now, what does this mean for you? Thank you very much, Karen Faith Hendricks. May your pockets always remain full. What does this mean for you? I'm going to talk about it so that you can understand how important it is to do the necessary work that you're required to do and not procrastinate. And I'm going to talk about what work. You see, in the month of March, Tish, thank you very much for your gifting. May your pockets always remain full. Um, dear viewers and dear listeners, if you are new on the channel, please follow me. Click on the bell icon. When I go live, you'll get a notification. Also, go onto YouTube, subscribe to Astro Hinudabi. All my content is there. Thank you very much, Enchanted Oracle. Okay, so let's move forward now. What work am I talking about? So we know that there was a new moon solar eclipse. Moon is your subconscious mind, which is a happening at night when the sun sets. The sun is your conscious mind, which is your masculinity. Therefore, during the day you work. Work requires force, the strength, the masculinity in you. And at night, your feminine side kicks in. That's why you'll find a lot of people very emotional at night. It's because your subconscious mind is at play. Now, this might not mean much to you, but whatever happens during the day, you might brush it off, but it gets stored in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is the moon. Thank you very much, Karen Faith Hendricks. If you as a person, you brush things off during the day, and at night, if you are a person that you get sleep very quickly, It doesn't mean that the stuff is not stored in the moon. It is stored there. It just has a time to come up. And if you are such a person where you have the knack of letting things slide, brushing it off, and you have the strength to just find sleep and continue, during a new moon solar eclipse, that's the time it will come up. And it can come up in dreams. So a lot of people have been having dreams of people that have passed on. People that have passed on, a lot of people had dreams about their exes that not that they came back into your life, but you've had dreams about your exes which made you feel a certain way, and most probably a good way, probably would have made you feel a bit nice. And for some people, this would have opened up a lot of emotions within you which you never thought were there. Look, a new moon solar eclipse with Venus retrograde obviously brings in whatever emotions that you have buried and never work with properly. When I say properly, like properly means it's just a fancy word, but let me explain what properly means. Working with it effectively means that whatever pains that you have went through, by looking at the pain, observing it, looking at it, forming, detaching yourself from that pain and observing it, observing yourself, looking at it, not getting entangled with it, and realizing that this is not who you are. You are not that pain and you're not that entanglement. Now, this might sound a bit silly to you as a listener, but over time, when you practice this here, it will make a lot of sense to you. When you start to observe anything without getting entangled with it, you start to find the beauty in whatever has happened. Or, or if you haven't found the beauty in what has happened, you start to look at it without your emotions getting involved. Because your emotions get involved when you feel entangled with whatever you're thinking. But when you have an untangled version, when there's a separation between you and whatever you're thinking, when there's a separation between you and your thoughts, and you're not attached to the end goal, you can observe it for whatever it is. And just by doing that, you're not allowing yourself to drop in vibration. That's how you work with your trauma. And further to that, you got to do the necessary work in terms of what has went down, why it has went down, what was my what was my character like in that situation, what was my thought, word, and karmic actions in that situation for it to resort to whatever it or however it has resorted to, or the outcome of it, what was my input of it. It's always good to observe the self when there is any confrontation or any disagreements or any kind of situationship that you go through. Try and look at what is my thoughts, my word, and my action. How did I come across? We are very quick to look at how somebody else came across, and that's the ego, how it works. It's very defensive. Well, it's good for the moment, but over a long period of time, when your anger subsides, then now you are looking at the other version of who you, well, the other version of you, it's not who you are, doesn't make you feel good. But remember, there's a karmic return. Thank you very much, Nicolene. May your pockets remain full. So, here, when you observe your own karma, you have the awareness to alter your thoughts, words, and actions for a better result. When you are not observant of your own thoughts, words, and actions, you will be the same way no matter what, and you will never attain higher state of consciousness. Higher state of consciousness means peace. A lot of us are striving for peace. It's very easy to say, I want to be peaceful, I want to be happy. But to be happy and peaceful, there's a lot of work that you got to do. And the most important thing that you got to do to be happy or be peaceful is to observe yourself and make changes in your life. If you externalize everything that somebody else is going to come and give you, now isn't that selfish? Oh, my partner is responsible for my happiness. My mother and father is responsible for my happiness. They must make me happy. Isn't that selfish? Well, the thought itself is coming from a low vibration. Obviously, you will attract low vibration as an experience because the universe matches what you are. So if you want love and happiness, you gotta be that to attract it. Namaste and welcome, Bredo. Life is too short. Welcome. So here, if you want peace and happiness, you gotta observe yourself, and always be accountable for your thoughts, words, and actions. Now, why am I saying this? Yeah, I said this many times in my life. I'm saying this because if you do not change this aspect about yourself, regardless of how many new moon solar eclipse we go to, how many full moons we go to, or how many Mercury and Venus retrogrades we endure, the result will always be the same. And you will think, why is life happening bad to you? Oh, my God is not helping me. My God is not blessing me. Guys, the God is the planets and the energy that they give off. You got to take that and make something of yourself. You got to take that energy and create something of yourself. The moment you stop externalizing everything, that there is some big body sitting up somewhere looking down upon you and writing down everything that you are doing. The moment you come out of this facade, you'll start taking accountability for your thoughts, words, and actions, because the God is the intellect. The intellect is no different from the Lord or the God or whatever you may call him or her. Intelligence is no different. The characteristics of your higher power is no different from your higher power. So when you implement the characteristics of your higher power, you are becoming one with your higher power. There's no difference. So you gotta use your intelligence to overcome challenges. And intelligence means, it means looking at yourself, looking at your thoughts, looking at your words. What did I do to bring out this outcome? Now let me change what I think. Let me change what I say. Let me change what I do. Namaste Noli Jai Shri Ram and welcome to the life. Let me change my thoughts. Let me change my words and let me change my actions. This is your God. Oh, Abhi, what ritual must I do during a new moon solar eclipse? The best ritual you can do during a new moon solar eclipse. Firstly, I don't do many rituals. No, I don't do those kind of things. Everything is in my mind. And what I do is I'm either releasing or I'm either building up on something in my mind. And during a new moon solar eclipse, I meditate. Oh, Abhi, it's very difficult to meditate. Yeah, it's difficult. If I take you and push you in the gym and tell you to deadlift for 40 kilos, you'll find it very difficult. But if you go to the gym every day, after 1 month, you'll be able to deadlift 40 kilos. So you wouldn't say that. So the pineal gland is obviously a muscle which you need to stimulate. And if you don't stimulate, there's nobody that's going to come in and point a wand at you and say, right, my child, now I've given you that power to meditate. That life doesn't work like that. And you'll see the moment you come out of your religious views, you come out of your institutions that you govern yourself with, you come out and you break free from all of these conditionings. You break free from everything that has conditioned you, and you look at yourself in the raw form it is. That raw darkness, that emptiness, that space of absolute nothingness. It's absolutely scary. But it's only from here that everything is realized. It's from absolute nothingness and absolute silence. Silence, that you'll understand everything. And this might even sound a bit funny, but when you get involved in it, it's very difficult to explain it. But once you start doing all of this here, and it's not much, just meditate. Just shut your mind, shut your mouth, shut your mind from thinking and just be. Now, the moment you start thinking that you need to see something or you need to experience something, then you've lost the art of meditating, because meditating means absolute nothingness. It means to surrender your mind. So the moment you look at what you need to see or what you need to experience or what energy needs to move up your spine and all of that, then you've lost the art of meditating. Fundamentally, that's what it is. So the new moon solar eclipse energy is absolutely powerful right up until now. It doesn't mean it happened on the 29th of March and that the power of it is subsided. No, we are still going through the peak of it. And you will find that majority of people are undergoing relationship issues, not just with your husband or your wife. You're going through relationship issues with, it could be anybody in your workspace, in the gym, it could be with yourself. You find it very difficult, or you could be in opposing sides. What this means is, no matter what you say, you will feel that you're on the opposing side, like nobody's welcoming what you're saying. And neither you find it very difficult uh, to not understand, but to absorb what somebody is telling you, to feel it. So you can hear them, you can comprehend it, but you cannot feel the truth in what they are saying, because it's the Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. We've been going through this. And even though Mercury has station direct in Pisces, we got to understand that on the 5-day rule, how I work on the 5 day rule, Mercury for me is still retrograde. And I wouldn't advise anybody to go and sign any documentations or buy anything of electronic nature. Yet I have bought something in electronic nature. I have purchased it on on anyways, let's not go there. I was hesitating, but yeah, take a lot is a problem. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready to go. Get your books and pens ready. Get your books and pens ready to start taking down notes for your sign. So we're gonna go into the month of April. It is the start of the new year. Now, why do I say it's the start of the new year? It's the start of the new year purely because it is Aries season. If you look at the clock, it's Aries 1. Actually, Aries starts from here. Aries, and the cardinal opposite is Libra, right? Aries, Libra, Aries, Libra, or Aries, Libra. You get Aries, Libra in your chart, right? These are the cardinal signs: Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. These are the fixed signs, mutable fixed signs. Uh, we've just ended the eclipse season between Aries and Libra. Now, Sun is in Aries. You've got the Moon in Aries, getting ready to move into Taurus within the next couple of weeks, and you've still got two big planets, which is Mercury and Mercury, which is still in Pisces, and you've got uh, Venus, which is still retrograde at the moment. We're going to go straight to the first sign, which is Aries, governed by Mars. Now, your ruling planet, Aries, your ruling planet is Mars, which will enter Leo again. Now, why I say again? Because we all understand in the month of Feb, when Mars was retrograde in Leo, and then went direct in Leo, we all know what you went through: relationship trauma. Once again, Aries, guys, I'm starting with Aries. If you're ready, I'm gonna go for it. So for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries, we must understand that your Saturn is in your 12th house. 12th house, 11th, 12th house, which also has a slight impact or aspect on the first house, which also has a slight aspect in the 6th house, 7th house, and 8th and 9th house. 11th house, 5th house. Okay, sorry. So you've got 6 houses that's impacted by Saturn here. So you're going through a period of consequence. So from 2023, the biggest changes you would have already went in your life. Now you have last 3 months this year. You've got last 3 months where Saturn's influence on the 11th, 12th house, getting ready to move into the 12th and first house. This means that relationships was the biggest highlight for you. A lot of you are going through a breaking point. A breaking point of what? A breaking point doesn't mean of sadness and tears. Guys, good human beings, a breaking point means a breaking point of the illusion that we are in, or the illusion that we are on. Imagine when you meet somebody. Now, this goes for everybody here. Imagine when you meet somebody for the first time and you speak to them after a week and they'll tell you, oh, I've never had anybody that made me feel like this, and you've made me feel like this. You made me feel so happy. You've made my day. Just talking to you make my day. And how nice you'll feel. Now, what is happening here? Safi Zeden, hello to you. Whilst, if you just, now a lot of people don't dig into what's happening here. What's happening here is you are, as a person, you have allowed yourself to get attached to the thought of how somebody makes you feel. It's a karmic entanglement now. Oh, somebody told me this, I feel very happy. Now, when they don't tell you that, how you feel? Hey, but you told me you made my day. Now you don't tell me you made my day. We started dating now. You don't tell me you made my day. You don't tell me you make my heart spin or how much you make my heart skip or whatever. So now you have attachment to all these nice things that people are telling you. And when they don't tell you all of this here, you feel like, "Ugh, I'm so bored of this." You see, like this year, when you go through life like this and you have it, when people tell you nice things, it's nice when they tell you nice things. But what you mustn't do is form a karmic entanglement. Now, please go on to my YouTube channel. Go and listen to my podcast on karmic entanglements. I've done a karmic entanglement podcast on that. What is karmic entanglement? What is a karmic relationship? What is a karmic entanglement? What is soul tie? All of this I've done it there. Malin Padyashi, good evening and welcome to the live. So, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries, that is what you call an illusion. That is illusion. It's not reality. Because reality is as is who you are. You are spirit as you are. It never alters. You as spirit, you don't alter. You was never created, nor can you be destroyed. But because the mind is behaving a certain way, the mind is making the spirit go this way and that way, which is bringing you enough of misery. Now, this is a period where you're coming out of that through karmic evolutionary process. Karma. It is the return of the Saturn. It is the awakening. And to live in illusion is very easy. It's very easy to live in illusion by all your belief systems and whatever you were taught when you were a kid and whatever institutions you go to and they teach you all of this. It's very easy to live in illusion because the truth always it's very unsettling to realize truth. It's very unsettling to accept the truth because it dents the ego now in it. So this is a period you are going through now. To all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries, happy solar return to you. May you get all what your gods. May your God give you His choicest blessings. I think that's the way to put it. Whatever he or she chooses based on your karma, may you get that. No, that might not sound so beautiful, but that's how nature works. I can't tell you, may God bless you with all your desires. Don't work like that. I wish it did, but let's move forward. So, what can you expect for April? What energies are at play? Now, if you go back to my March reading, there's no difference to April from a theme perspective. So, this is all about health. This is all about relationships. What health? It's your mental health. It's not your physical health as yet. Your physical health will be impacted in June this year. Not as yet. Now we are still with the mental body. When Saturn moves, changes signs in June, Saturn will influence your physical body. So Saturn influences your mental body, your pranic body, and your physical body. These are the three material bodies, which is the 3D world that we are in, right? It's your pranic body, mental body, and your um, physical body, the food body, the gross body, the food body. You eat food and you get body from it, innit? It grows from whatever you're eating, like that. So your relationships are at play here. And the best way to work with the energy is obviously whatever it is that you were chasing in the month of March, whatever it is that you were looking forward to from an expectation point from your relationship, if you haven't done the necessary work, it's very easy to speak out of anger. But once you speak out of anger and your emotions settle, and the other person behaves in a certain way, now you want to think why they're behaving a certain way. But you will never look at what you said, what you did to make them behave that way. And then now you're going to say, no, my partner is doing this and that. So you got to look out for that. This is not the time for you to be pushing forward for anything. This is the time for you to observe and look at how far you've come from December last year, actually from January this year. Look at how far you've come from an experiential point. What are the things that you have learned in relationships? Obviously your career is kind of okay. Your career is okay, but life is taking you to distant lands. If you haven't already, from 2023, life is going to take you to distant lands, which is over the sea, which is in another country, from now till 2025. Life will take you to distant lands, far away from home, over the sea. So you can expect that, and it all starts from April, more so. I don't see much challenges in terms of health, no challenges at all, but definitely relationships. Some of you can go through the most difficult times during the month of April, and what you need to do is observe. Once again, I keep repeating this here because this is how it works. You got to observe what you are in the relationship. You only attract what you are. It doesn't work as how you want it. You get what you want. For me, if everybody, whoever knows me, every day I'm doing my manifestations. I'm love, I'm happiness, I'm peace, I'm joy. I'm rich, I'm strong, I'm healed, I'm foreverness, I'm spirit soul. Every day I do this here. 369, 3 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, it's 9 in the evening. I do this. The Tesla, the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the 3, 6, and 9. This is who you are. If you want something, you gotta be it. You got to feel it. If you don't feel it, how will you get it? If you don't have love inside you, how will you give off love? If you have chaos inside you, turmoil, how will you give off love? So naturally, how do you expect to even enter into a new relationship if you have chaos happening inside you? Obviously, you are at fault. Or I'll be, I'm attracting all idiots into my life. Okay, if you are love inside you, it doesn't matter who you're attracting into your life, man. You just love whoever it is and you carry on. Yeah, if somebody's pissing the living daylights out of you, somebody puts the living daylights of me, I'll just ignore them and I'll carry on. I won't even waste my time shedding even 1 ounce of energy. Because why? Why should I do it? Now, this is intelligence. Because I have come from experience. My guru is my experience. I have come from talking too much. It is a waste of time. It wastes your energy. It makes you sick for nothing. Now, this is God. Means you're using your karmic memory to make better decisions. That's your God. If you're going to think somebody from upstairs is going to come knocking on your door and talk it to you in your ears, it doesn't work that way. Now, I used to think that many, many years ago. Somebody's going to come and whisper in my ears, Abhi, you need to do this and that and that. It don't work like that. I wish it was like that. So, the peak of April, which is the 16th of April, the 16th of April, this is a time when you can make decisions in your life. Sun, Moon, and Sun in Aries. Whatever it is that you want to buy in your life, electronics, whatever documents you want to sign, whatever decisions you want to make in regarding your career, if you want that promotion, now is a good time for you to go ask for it. If you go ask for it now, you'll see they'll shun you down. They won't listen to you because with the Mercury retrograde, they're all having their own battles in their head, and you're not there. They don't have much to fill in their head right now. So everybody is like this. So from the 16th of April, you can move ahead and you can ask for whatever you want in your career. And most cases, you probably will get it. Now, do remember, guys, this is a general report for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. This is not a personal report for you. For your personal reports, I need to look at your Kundali, which is your birth chart. Depending on where your planets are, I can give you a good prediction on that. So let's move forward with Aries. Now, I'm spending a lot of time with Aries because Aries and Pisces, are the key signs this month, and Librans, FYI. With regards to your finances, obviously, the energy is just there. What you do with it is entirely up to you. It all How you manage your finances is all dependent on how you manage your desires. If your desires are high, your money will find legs to walk away from your hands. If your desires are low, your money will stay put and sleep in the bank. So we got to look at that first. That's the reality. Now, the energy of where the sun's placement is shining a light in the first house, seventh house, fourth house, and 10th house. This is your Kendra house. This is by far the most important month for you, Aries. This is the month where you can make something or you can break something. So to tell you how to proceed for the month, this is not the month for you to fight anybody. This is a month for you to build and not to break. This is not the month for you to end something with anybody. It's the month to try and form unity. This is a month where you should progress towards happiness. And sometimes happiness means walking away from something and closing a door behind. Now, look, if you want to do that, you should do it anytime after April 19th, right? With the new moon in Taurus, which is your second house of earned income, aspect in your eighth house of transformation, that's the right time to do it. Definitely not now. All right. So I'm going to move into the sign governed by Jupiter and Venus, which is Taurus. Taurians, you've got Sun in your 11th house, aspect in your 5th house of children. For those of you that are wanting children, this is a very good time for you. A lot of you will be more of a child, or you feel the childishness will come out in you during this time here. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians, you've been through the mill. Obviously, Sun's with Saturn's influence on the 10th house, 11th house here. So a lot of you would have went through a lot of difficulties in the career and the home front. So your career and home front is impacted here. And with Mercury and Venus going direct this month, you can slowly start to feel that the stresses over your career and your home front will start to ease. And I'll give you the dates for this. From April the 8th, you will slowly start to feel you have much more clarity as to what's happening in your career and home front. whatever decisions you've been waiting for and which have kept you in a state of anxiety, um, a lot of delays, whatever it is that you're expecting from work, you'll see the people are delaying you. If you're expecting some kind of signatories, they will delay, they will never sign, they will wait to even pay you. Some of you are waiting for contracts to be signed. Some of you are waiting for permanent contracts. A lot of you have waited probably a month for this, but you will see your way will open from the 7th and 8th of April. Now, we must remember that because we've got Saturn's influence here, you are going through a karmic evolutionary period in your career. You and Gemini. So life is life is doing this to you. No, the best way to put it, life, you are rooted here. You are rooted here. Life is doing this to you to unsettle your roots. It wants to unsettle your roots so that you can break free. Doesn't necessarily mean you go to another job. It means you can unsettle and see for yourself, is this where you want to be? Is this place where you want to be? Now, if you're a person that have entered a career because it pays you well, if you've entered a career because it makes you look very fancy, if you've entered a career because to make your mother and father happy, you are going to feel this the most. Why? Because Saturn will take you out of that, and you'll find a way eventually to enter that sector which brings you peace. For me, I'm very passionate about black tie recruitment, but I find complete compassion, complete happiness in what I'm doing here, in creating content, insights. That's what I love doing. It's not even readings, it's doing insights. It's my insights that I do at 11 to 1 in the morning, or from 12 to 1 in the morning. I do these insights on YouTube. I'm very passionate about this. I'm happy. Now, Saturn influence here, it will take you out of a job that is not working well for you. It will. Why? Because Saturn is the planet of karma. Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is the hard life lesson. Saturn is, as you sow, so shall you reap. Who's giving you the reaping? Everybody knows, as you sow, so shall you reap. Who's going to come and give you the reaping? Nobody knows. When does it happen? Nobody knows. Saturn's influence, he does this. So Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians, you're going through that in your career. A lot of you will be moving homes as well. Over the next 2 years, you are moving homes. A lot of you are moving jobs from now till the end of this year. You won't be in the same place. A lot of you. I can say majority of you. Look at the Geminis. They've all changed. Most of them have changed careers in the last 1 year. Positions or career. Also, Taurians, with Sun's placement in the 11th house, your image amongst the public is highlighted. Yeah, all your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, whatever it is that you wish for, now is the perfect time for you to write it down and work towards it. What's the point of knowing what you want, but next to it you don't write down how do you go about getting it? What's the point of writing down I want to be a millionaire, but next to it you don't know how you're going to be a millionaire? Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but nobody know how they're going to get it. You must have a way. You must be specific. Okay, for example, this is what I used to do. I had a lot of people, their role was to generate revenue in the company. Now, if the ones that never hit their target, I would tell them, what are you going to do? They should write down on the coaching document, Abhi, I'm going to hit my target. Okay, Bright Spark, how are you going to hit your target? You need to be specific. Okay, I'm going to come in 1 hour early every day. I'm going to listen to other people who's closing on deals. I'm going to see how they're doing it. I'm going to objection handle more. I'm going to fab feature advantage benefits. I'm going to give the feature. I'm going to give the advantage of it and the benefits of having it. I'm going to do all of these lovely things. Where there's objection, I'm going to listen more, and I'm going to create a need for the client based on whatever information they give me. This is probing. I'm going to probe more. Now, this is how you start digging in. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. You're not just saying I'm going to hit my target. That is just a saying. How are you going to go about getting it? Now, if you want to manifest in your life, how are you going to go about getting it? This is what I do. This is what I have done. Obviously, if you're just going to say you're going to do this year, you want this year, but where's your head? You're saying what you want, but your head is busy shaking in the jaws there. It doesn't work like that. You're never going to get what you want. And I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you how the universe works. So, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians, this is for you. You are getting ready to enter Saturn's influence in you in June this year. What you need to do is realize this much. Come to this realization that I am going through a growing up period. I am becoming a man and a woman right now. Before, I never felt responsible. Before, I was very comfortable. Before, I was very complacent. Now, Saturn's influence is going to shake a lot of things in my life so that I can become that grown up person. I can become that authentic person that can stand on my own 2 feet. This is not a financial thing. This is an emotional thing. This is a logical thing, and this is a spiritual thing also. Well, if your mind is not right, nothing will ever work out right in your life. So you're going through a growing up period. For the month of April will be very tough in your career space. Um, but it starts to get easier from the 19th of April. Financially, this will be a good month for you. If you are looking to conceive, this is a very good month for you to start that process. If you're looking to have kids, or you can find yourself playing with other people's children, or you can find yourself getting creative. You can find yourself becoming very creative. Maybe you want to open up a small business or what have you. This is the perfect time for this year. With regards to your health, a lot of you, if you look at Aries governs this part here. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, stomach area, Virgo, Lord Virgo's got stomach problems, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, the Aquarius is the knees, and Pisces is the 2 feet. Right? So yeah, Taurians, you'll have a lot of headaches. Your head can pain a lot. Your eyes might give you a problem. Some of you might even realize that you need to probably to go to eye checkup during this month of April. But the best way to guide you here is to meditate. For me, my answer is meditate. For me, my answer is meditation for everything. So I will always go back to it. Why? Because there's a return on investment when you meditate. I wish it wasn't like that. Don't worry, guys. I also wish it wasn't like that. But I found the beauty in this year, and I will always vouch for it, right? Because that's how it is. Now, I know you don't want to hear that, but I wish it wasn't like that also. Anyways, in terms of finances, well, this is the month of expenses for you Taurians. This is a month where expenses could rise. Remember, we've got your ruling planet going direct. A lot of you will feel you coming out of being stuck, and once you do that, you want to celebrate, and you'll be spending money. So to better guide you on this year, well, if you are happy spending your money how you are, then that's good for you. Ultimately, life wants to experience the best possibilities ever. So how you spend your money, that's your thing. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. So let's move on to the sign governed by the moon itself. Sorry, the sign governed by Mercury itself. And your ruling planet has been retrograde as well. Mercury. Geminis. Your Mercury has been retrograde, which is still there. Sun in your 10th house. Saturn in the 10th house. Influence on the 10th house, 9th house, 10th house. This is not the month for you to be changing jobs. Firstly, this is not the month for you to be changing jobs, number one. Number two, this is not the month for you to be leaving your job if you're not happy in it. Number three, this is not the month for you to get any tattoos or piercings or do any kind of adjustments to your body. This is a month for you to observe what's happening in your career. Are you happy where you are? And if you're not happy where you are, you must ask yourself, is this thing a career thing or is it a me thing? Now, I know somebody who is not happy in her career, not because the job is faulty, it's because the job reminds her of the karmic past of who she's been with. It brings about the same emotions. Oh, Abhi, I need a new job. No, I don't like, but what you don't like about the job? Um, I don't know, but it just reminds me of, you see, you don't have a job problem, you have a mind problem. You've got a mind problem, how to manage your mind. Now you can talk to me about how to manage your mind. I can guide you on how to manage your mind, because you've got a mind problem. You've got a mind problem. You've got a mind that cannot be shantied, a mind that cannot be dissolved. So you need to learn how to dissolve the mind, and your problem is sorted. So you must ask yourself, what problem do you have? And is it a real problem? Or what's influencing it? That's why it's very important to be mindful. You must spend time alone, and you must observe how your mind is behaving, because most of the times you will see that you hold the answers to everything. Now, yeah, you've got the sun's placement in Aries. You've got the new moon solar eclipse that impacted, yeah, relationships also. This is Gemini's relationship chaos. Relationship chaos. Gemini, sun, moon, ascendant. Relationship chaos. If you are seeing anybody who's a Sagittarian, Capricorn, or a Taurus, then there's trauma involved here. Sagittarian, Capricorn, not so much Taurus. It's more of the polar opposites, the Sagittarian and Capricorn. This is chaos. This is not something that you should be pushing towards right now. You need to wait till the 14th of April. Things should open up more easier for you. Because right now you should not fight anybody. Because in most cases you would probably lose because your ruling planet is retrograde anyways. And you've got Venus retrograding in Pisces, which is a water sign. So this will make you very emotional. So um, in the month of April, it's a very emotional month for you because of things that have already happened before. So you've got this karmic memory in your head, and you don't know how to proceed because every time you want to be positive, history or your karmic memory replays itself, which brings you to a point of a bit of bitter in your mouth, in the chest, that bitter feeling. That bitter feeling you have, yeah. So you need to really assess whether you are, is it healthy for you to be in whatever relationship you're in. Are you healthy with yourself before you even question the next person? Are you healthy to be with yourself? Can you sit alone, away from your phone, away from the TV, away from social media, away from everything, and sit for 1 hour alone? Because if you cannot, then you've got a problem. If your mind starts causing you chaos, then you've got a problem. You've also got a mind problem. So you also, meditation is something that you must do. Definitely in April. This is the start of the whole new year. This is why they say the financial year begins in March. It's not actually March, it's Aries season. Because this is the beginning of the whole new journey of 2025. So if you don't fix this year, then you can carry this on for next year because this is the year, numerologically, it's the vibration number 9. You don't want to be sitting with the same problem for the next 9 years. Dear listeners, dear viewers, we are going through a numerological value vibration number 9. If you look 2025, 2, 2, and 5, it's a 9. This is a year for letting off everything that no longer works for you. Anita, welcome. Whatever it is that's not working in your life, shut the door and move on. Oh, Abhi, it's very easy to say move on. Yeah, it's very easy to say move on. But when you become a master at this, it'll be very easy for you to do, then say it. You'll just do. Pack your bags and go. If you're not feeling welcomed in any position, don't fight anybody. Just go. Oh, Abhi, it's so difficult. This person has been with me for so many years. Yeah, but they've been with you causing poison in your life. Oh, but they've also been so good. How do I forget the person? Well, it's very difficult, guys. It's very, very difficult. Karmic entanglements are very difficult. Please talk to me on 076 Here's my number there. Send me a WhatsApp. Choose option number 1 from the PDF. I'll guide you. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurian, Sun, Moon, Ascendant Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Cancerian, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Capricorns, and Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries. You are the signs that are going to go through this year in the month of April as well, right? Please talk to me 076 You can see that number there. I'll take away the light from there. You can probably see it now, right? Ugh. Let me just leave the light there. It looks very nice. The light looks very nice. Yeah, leave it like that, right? You can see the different colors, all the different chakras here. Huh? All the different colors, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the purple and white, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white, like it, right? So anyways, so that's the theme for you, Geminis. And also, because you are going through a growing up period soon, you will go to the biggest lessons also. Remember, you're not far off Taurians, and Taurians is not far off Aries. The energy is similar to everybody. So you will go through this year. It'll impact your 7th house, 8th house, your 6th house, 7th house, and 8th house of transformation. And your biggest transformations are coming with karmic entanglements. And that's your relationships, your intimate relationships, your relationships with your family, and definitely your relationship with yourself. You will no longer be the same person who you are now. The state of consciousness is dependent on your experiences that you're going to go through, and the experiences that you're going to go through are going to shake you up a bit. As you sow, so shall you reap, and you're going to get those experiences quite profoundly going forward. Now let's move on to the sign governed by the moon itself, which is the Cancerians. Now your polar opposites, if you look at the Cancerians, Your polar opposites, obviously the Capricorns. So you are impacted by this, your ruling planet, the new moon. This was Amavasya period. Amavasya means there's a no new moon. There's a new moon with no light, right? Because it has been absorbed by the sun. We've had the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, which is very karmic for you. So this will definitely bring in people from the past into your life. Whoever has been in your life before, and the doors that have never you've never shut the doors properly, that energy will enter back into your life. From March right up until April, and this won't stop right up until August this year, because the new moon solar eclipse energy, the impact of this year lasts for at least 6 months. Now, if you want to know more on this year, please go on to Astro Inudabi, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll find the insights on this year. Very beautifully, I've explained this year in a comprehensible way. Now, we've got this whole sun is sitting in Aries energy, which is your 10th house of career. So I see a lot of career movements for you, a lot of positive career changes for you. Sun is shining a light in your 10th house, aspecting your 4th house of home, family roots. So some of you are wanting to buy homes. Some of you are in the process of buying a home. Some of you are wanting to move homes. Some of you are actually moving jobs right now and you're like getting new homes. Very, very good for you. I'm seeing all of this unfold for you. So this is a very positive month for you on the financial aspect, the career aspect. In terms of health, you're going to go through a lot of issues with regards to your eyes, the whole this area here, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. You're going to have this problem here. This could be flu, sinusitis. I mean, I've got my sinus today, so everybody will go through this Aries season. You're going to go through issues from a health perspective, or from a health view. You're going to go through issues with regards to your eyes, sinusitis, and definitely mental health is of concern, dependent on who comes into your life. Now, you got to look at your karmic memory. Your karmic memory is everything that has transpired in the past. Memory means past. Memory doesn't mean in the future now, innit? So karmic memory, what happened in the past? Whatever has transpired in the past where it wasn't resolved, that energy is walking back into your life. Is it for the good? Is it for the bad? That's not my place. I cannot see that. Right? It all depends on your own personal chart. This is a general report. But from what I can see holistically, this is doors that wasn't shut properly. So this could also be in the workspace. Somebody could pick up the phone and call you back from your old job, probably the place that you're working in before. This could be somebody from this could be an old friend. They'll pick up the phone and tell you, your long lost friend, they've never heard from you a long time, and they need to see you and they need to probably share some information with you. Now, that's the positive. Let's go on to the development areas of the focus, what you need to focus on more so in the month of April. Because you've got Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde, this is not the month for you to get proposed, get married. This is not the month for you to make big changes in your life, like signing any documents that will change your life in terms of from a relationship perspective. You can wait for May to do that, right? If you get married with a Mercury retrograde, or if you get married in a Venus retrograde, then it means that you will always have to work twice as hard to feel loved in that marriage, right? If you make a baby in a Mercury retrograde, then the baby will come out. And remember, Mercury governs intellect. Mercury governs the movement of energy. The baby will come and it'll be very difficult for that child to grasp much. It'll be a slow, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. This academically, that won't be good. So let's not go too deep in that. So you can wait. So this goes for everybody. If you are looking to conceive this month, if you're looking to get married, you shall wait after the 13th. Let's say the 13th of April. 5 days rules on the Mercury retrograde, right? That's a good time for you to do that. Other than that, I won't advise that. And this is for everybody, irrespective of your own personal chart, right? Now, with regards to family affairs, it seems that there is some good news happening in the family. Somebody could have maybe achieved something, or there could have been some achievement in the home. This would have happened from the 1st of April, and this will continue towards the 16th of April. There'll be some kind of an achievement. It's a materialistic achievement, not a spiritual one. It won't be like somebody attained some kind of awakening or something. It'll be like something that you've been working towards, maybe a promotion, or maybe a house or a car, or something like that. So good luck and God bless you, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Cancerians. We're gonna go on to the sign governed by the Sun, which is Leo. Now with Leo, your ruling planet is sitting in Aries energy, and we've got Aries that's gonna enter your sign right now. So a lot of Aries, sorry, a lot of Leos in the month of April, you will find yourself traveling a lot. Finally, the things that you thought, the doors that you thought that were closed for you, those doors will finally open for you. A lot of you are traveling. A lot of you are expanding your home life, your circle, your friends, the people that you join, the people that's around you. There's an expansion on that. And this is also with regards to your family. I'm seeing you possibly reaching out to somebody to plan a trip, or somebody reaching out to you to plan a trip somewhere very far, but not over the sea, but far, interprovincial or within the province. You've got the sun shining in a light in your ninth house of travel, aspecting the third house of communication. This is travel for you. This is a month of travel. This is a month of learning. So whatever it is that you want to do, if you've been confused about your academics and you're not sure whether you need to, um, you know, apply to an institution, I think you should do it this month. Right? This is a month where you should apply to study something new. It's a good time to enroll yourself for studies. Third house aspect in the ninth house is all about travel, and it's all about siblings communication. Maybe a sibling that is coming to visit you from very far, it could mean that. But with the whole Mercury and Venus retrograde, with Saturn's present in Pisces, still in Pisces, over the last 2.5 years you've been going through a period where your relationship, marriage have been tested, your sex life is tested. Some of you would have entered a space where maybe not much is happening in that life, huh? So what do you need to do with this? You need to find the beauty in the chaos now, in it. The beauty in the chaos is maybe I need to save myself and use that same energy to do something productive in my life. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Leos. That's what you're going through from 2023. Uh, Not much activity in that department of your life, in the eighth house, the sexuality part of you. So this could make you be striving for it or wanting it, but nothing much happening. You get frustrated only to find, ah, I'm so tired of being tired. Have you ever reached that point in your life where you say, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired? That's the most beautiful point in your life. Why? Because you realize that I should not be sick and tired, because I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just need to do something now. So you forget about complaining, whining, and you start doing things for yourself. You take that same energy and you become productive. That's the awakening, guys. You think the awakening is some God coming and making you awakened, and boom, you've got spiritual power. That's not the awakening. The awakening is these things that you go through every day. Your experience every day is awakening you. That's also an awakening. You start to find yourself becoming tired of complaining, and you just want to do. That's the awakening. All right. Don't be fooled where somebody will tell you go and do sadhana and whatever, you get awakened. Your awakening is happening every day, all the time. It's just that you're unaware of it. You are not conscious. You are not a conscious being. You are unconscious being. When you become conscious of everything, then you're awakening yourself. Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna. Let's move on to the sign Virgo. But before I go, Leos, um, I must admit that the month of April, this is the time where you start enjoying the year going forward. Compared to the last 8, 9 months, you start to enjoy the year going forward for you, because the doors that you thought were closed, they finally start to open for you. All right. Good luck and God bless you. We're going to move into the sign governed by Mercury, which is Virgo. Now, Virgo's your ruling planet is backwards. When I say backwards, it means that Mercury is moving away from Earth, and when the planet is moving away from the Earth, the energy that it gives off is less felt on planet Earth. So your ruling planet is going backwards. For you, you've just come out of a difficult T junction in your life, which has started August, September 2021, 2022, January 2022, May 2022, October 2023, May 4th to May 9th, 2023, November. These were key areas of your life. And guess what? With the whole new moon solar eclipse that happened in Aries, it would have taken you back to that same space. And once again, the T junction is in your love life. 2024 would have been a better year for you compared to 2023 and 2022. But as you thought everything was unfolding so nicely for you, so nice and handsome for you, and then you've had the new moon solar eclipse, boom, you back into the T junction. Some of you probably would have got ghosted. Some of you are looking for relationships because you realize you're single for too long and you're getting old, and who's gonna want you after that? You could go through that. Some of you are thinking that. Some of you will feel very old. Um, Look, see, when your ruling planet is going backwards with Venus, it's definitely not the right time for you to initiate anything. Because most chances are when Venus and Mercury go direct, one of you might realize that you don't like the other person, or it's not what you want. How many of you got ghosted after 1 week? How many of you get ghosted after 2 weeks? In the beginning, oh, hello, how are you? So nice to talk to you. What you do for a living? Nice. Where you stay? Where you from? I'm from here. How many siblings you have? Oh, I've got one. Oh, I've got two. What's your favorite color? Oh, my favorite color is this. What's your favorite food? And then boom, Bob's your uncle after that. Oh, after that, you send a message after 3 hours, they respond to you. That's the first week. The next week, you'll send a message, they respond to you after 1 week. That's Mercury retrograde. Most cases, you start something in a Mercury retrograde. That's what happens. Also, a Venus retrograde. Now, if you have something good going on in your life, surrender the pride. Look at what you have. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Virgos. Look at what you have in your life. And ask yourself, because most of you suffer your own minds. You overthink everything. You think so much and nothing gets done. Right? So, whatever it is I am doing in my relationship, am I doing it just to protect myself or am I doing it because it's out of love? You must come out of this whole frequency of I need to do things to protect myself. Because doing things to protect yourself is in this dimension fight or flight mode. It's the animalistic, the lowest of the lowest. What you think you're going to attract in your life if you're in that dimension? If you're in that dimension of perception, if you're in that dimension of existence, you will attract exactly that dimension of reality into your life. So if you are scared, if you are protecting yourself because you are scared, it means that you are in the dimension of fear. Fear will always bring you something to be scared about, more experiences, because the universe gives you what you are. So I keep saying everybody this. Just love the person and just be nice, man. If you don't want to be nice because you've got so much of gabu inside you, then go meditate. Meditate and release that thing. Release it. If you find it difficult to love, if you find it difficult to be nice, whose problem is that? It's definitely not the other person's problem. Sometimes people are staying in relationships because they love the person so much, but they know the other person is very hard for them to be affectionate. But they stay in it because they have a lot of hope that sometimes that person might change. Now, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Virgos, there's a reality check for you here. Now, I like to be positive on the channel, but the month of April going forward is all about reality checks. Life is going to bring you a series of experiences where it's going to take you out of your illusion and bring upon reality to you. And this is very unsettling. And this is purely your marriage, your relationships, and definitely your relationships with your children as well, if you have children. Now here we've got sun entering your eighth house, aspecting your second house of earned income. Whoever owes you any money, now is the perfect time to ask for it, because most chances they will give it to you. Now is the best time for you to ask for your money. Now is the best time for you to practice letting go and welcoming the new. Namaste Upasana, welcome. We're doing Virgo right now. Now is the best time for you to ask for whoever owes you money. This is not the month for you to remain in illusion. This is a month for you to accept reality. It's time for you to move. And if you don't move, Saturn will make you move. Saturn will push you out from there. And that's the painful way. Right? Oh, Abhi, but this person loves me very much. Okay. But I don't know why this person is behaving like this. This person don't talk to me. We have such nice time, but the person don't like to talk to me. She or he They talk to me after 1 week. I'm only seeing the person. See, love doesn't mean, you don't understand what love is. You see, firstly, love is not I need to see the person all the time or whatever. Don't worry what the other person feel. If you love the person, just love and carry on. Oh, but Abi, I need to see the person. It's very difficult. Well, if the person doesn't want to see you, then it means that person, the vibration is like this. Or Abi, what am I do to make the vibration like this? How can we make this person? You see, like that's the things that you will go through this month here. This is a month where that happens. You find yourself doing this. How can I? Now, when your ruling planet go direct, which is on the 7th, giving it 5 days, the 13th or so, 12th to 13th, this is where things start to unfold for you. Your awakening starts then in your relationships. All right. So good luck and God bless you, Virgos. In terms of finances, this is a good month for you. In terms of health, this is a good month for you. In terms of family affairs, this could be a bit challenging if you have children. You might find that your children are being a bit too bossy. They're trying to boss you around. You might pick that up. Um, there's a lot of activity happening in your sex life. So some of you, well, the analytics is there. Some of you, good luck to you. Go enjoy your month. Right, let's move on to the sign governed by Libra, Venus and governed by Venus and Jupiter. Now we've got Jupiter still in Gemini, getting ready to move into Cancer after 12 long years. Now we've got your ruling planet going direct this month. And we've got the sun in your 7th house. So this is all about your marriage relationships. We've got so much of activity happening in your 7th house, the cardinal signs, new moon, solar eclipse. Life is gonna ask you to change something about you. A lot of you are going to go on a spree. It could be a shopping spree, it could be a makeover. Some of you might even pick up, you just want to get thin, or maybe, well, if you if you're too thin, you just want to put on some weight. But you want to make yourself look better. You want to make yourself feel better from the physical point. So with so much of activity in the 7th house aspect in the 1st house, it's all about you and how you're being perceived by somebody. You want to be perceived as beautiful. That's what April is for. You want to be perceived as beautiful. You want to be perceived as healthy. You want to be perceived as clean. You want to feel that and be perceived that way. Now we've got so much of activity sitting in your 6th house. So there's also a lot of legal issues happening in your life. It could be you, it could be somebody in your home, family member, or somebody in something at your workspace. But this is 6th house aspect 12th house. So this means that this is regarding somebody that is very far away from you because of a legal matter. 12th house is all about jail. It's all about another country. The person could be gone to another country, or the person could be in jail, or the person is somewhere around there. Or 12th house also means you're not seeing them. So 6th house and 12th house, and this would have affected your health. It would have affected your health, but you're slowly starting to move away from this year. And April, we've got by June, things shift for you positively, right? When I say positively for you, you're in a much more better space, meaning your brains are much more better. You are not so anxious like before. It's a better month for you. April is definitely a better month for you compared to March and February and definitely January. You've got planets that are moving direct here. You've got a new moon in Taurus happening towards the end of the month, which is your 8th house. Even for you Librans, you will feel that money starts to come into your life more easy now. So you don't need to work too hard for your money. It's like money just comes into your life now. 8th house is all about other people's money. Aspect in the 2nd house of earn income. This is all about property, finance. So on the material front, things get very good for you. Things start to flourish for you. From a health perspective, I don't see any health concerns this month. From a family perspective, I don't see any family concerns either. Nothing for you to be concerned about, but it's a very, very good month for you opposed to all the other months. So good luck and God bless you. But Look, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Libras. Before I move any more forward, because we've had a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, which is your seventh house of relationship. Look at all the things. If you are a person who have healed from the past, you don't need to worry about it. Thank you very, very much, Sassy, and all the people that have been gifting me. I really appreciate it. If you have healed from the trauma that you have went through, you will enjoy this period. If you haven't healed from your trauma that you have went through in the past regarding relationship and marriage, this can be difficult for you, right? Because uh, you've got the new moon solar eclipse energy for the next 5 months, right? It's all about your healing. uh, Everybody, they can change or they can't change. It's not for you to say, oh, nobody changes. It's not within your state of conscious to know what the consciousness of somebody else. Your job is to allow to see the person to change, and if they don't, then at least you allowed. You've done your good karma. But you must allow people to change. Leave allowing people to change. You must allow yourself to see a difference. You must do good to yourself. Allow yourself to see a change. Don't have an expectation. Don't be entangled with that. But just say, you know what? Life is like this. If the person values life, the person wants to experience the best out of life, hopefully the person wants to become a better version of what they was. That's how you look at it. It's their choice whether they want to or not. If they don't, then guess what? They will have the return on that investment. They will go through their experiences based on how they live their life. And that's how it is. If somebody asks me anything like that, I just say, well, that's that person, and they thought word and physical karma will bring about a return. That's how the universe works, and however it works, that's how the universe works, and let it be. Your job is never to dictate how somebody should be, and that's particularly for Librans. Let's move on to because April is it can be a challenging month here. You've got the cardinal sign here that's impacted. You've got so much activity in your seventh house. You can become very feisty also. Right? You can become very, very feisty. Feisty. If you're a person that is that's going for any operation, or you're looking at doing any cosmetics, it's a good time for you to do it anytime after the 14th, actually, or after the 19th of April. Good luck and God bless you. Let's move on to the sign governed by Scorpio, governed by Pluto, and your previous ruler, which is Mars. I should like to include Mars here. Mars. Now we've got activity in the fifth house, sixth house, Pisces and Aries. This is regarding your children. This is regarding your health. It seems that a lot of you have had a tremendous amount of issues regarding your health since December, January. The new moon solar eclipse impacting your sixth house of health and 12th house of legal issues. A lot of you would have seen the hospital. A lot of you would have seen the courts. A lot of you would have seen jail. A lot of you would have seen rehabilitation centers. A lot of you would have seen um, lawyers, judges, a lot of black. You would have seen a lot of black. Um, and definitely, sixth house is all about health issues. It's all about legal issues. It's all about other people's money. So it seems that a lot of you would have spent a lot of money over the last good couple of months. Now, with the whole new moon solar eclipse, finally, this started in March 2023. It finally ended on the 29th of March this year. So that 2 year period that you went through, that severe karmic period regarding legalities, regarding health concerns, finally ended on the 29th of March this year, which was 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 or 6 days ago. But do remember, new moons, full moons, and definitely a new moon solar eclipse, the impact of this is over 150 to 180 days. That is 5 to 6 months. So even though this is the last of the Aries Libra eclipses, the string of eclipses, or the season of Aries and Libra eclipses, we've ended that now, never to enter over a good couple of years. But the energy of that is still there. So over the next 5 to 6 months, the theme is still there regarding health and legal affairs. But it fades away. I'd like to call this the waning phase. So the waxing is the rising, the peak and the waning phase. So the waning is 5 months, the rising was 5 months, the peak was 2 years, 5 or 6 months, 5 or 6 months, 2 years, 5 or 6 months. if that makes sense. So, from a financial position, you've got Mercury, you've got Venus going direct. So, Mercury and Venus direct, and we've got Mars going direct, going into Leo, the sign of your 10th house, aspecting your 4th house of home family root. So, if you had any frustrations regarding your career over the last 3 or 4 months, towards the end of the month, things start to open up for you favorably in your career. With Mars in the 10th house, aspect in the 4th house of home family root, you will see that your home life gets more busy, and in your career, things start to progress. They start to move forward. Now, obviously, depending on your karma, obviously, if you as a person skating at work and rollerblading at work, nothing's going to open up for you. Apart from people realizing that you're a skater, and they'll take you for performance management and manage you out of the place. But if you're not a skater, not a rollerblader, and if you're actually a diligent person, and if you're creating that karma, you will get the return of it, because Mars is a very feisty planet. Mars is a planet of action. So you're going to get action in your career and your home life. Depending on your karma, it'll play off that way. Regarding your health is starting to get, well, it's starting to improve. This positive energy here with Venus and Mercury going direct. We've got Pluto in Aquarius energy, and we've got Uranus changing signs this year, which is wonderful. We've got Jupiter changing signs, which is wonderful also. Jupiter changing signs will take you, basically you are traveling a lot from June going forward. This is all long distance travel. So a lot of Sun, Moon, and Sun Scorpios, you're also going to be traveling a lot in the upcoming months to come. All right, and this is long distance travel. So good luck and God bless you. Um, let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter, but I also like to include Mars as well, which is Sagittarians. So here there's a lot of activity in your fourth house and fifth house. We've got the sun in your fifth house of your true love. We've got planets going direct in your fifth house of true love, but they're currently retrograding now. So your love life has been going off. Your communication with siblings, your partner, family, backwards. It's very difficult for you to get your point across. You'll definitely be misunderstood. In the whole of March, you could have been misunderstood. Uh, Maybe your partner and you probably had a huge fight, or maybe your clients don't want to pay you, or maybe you've applied for a job and nobody's coming back to you. It could work out that way. The fifth house aspect 11th house, so 11th house is all about your higher hopes, wishes, and dreams. So it seems that whatever you're wishing for and hoping for is just not taking shape. But with the sun's presence in Aries, all of this starts to open up favorably for you. And I'll give you the dates from the 16th of April, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Sagittarians. From the 16th of April, things start to open up for you favorably in terms of your love life. Regarding your health, now this is a bit of a problem here. Regarding your health, what health I'm talking about? I'm talking about your mental health. Look, if you go back to 2023 March, if you look at everything that you have promised or whoever you made promises to, it's a very good time for you to honor those promises now in the month of April going forward. Because if you don't, then as a karmic return or as an effect of this cause, you will spend the next 9 years dealing with the same trauma, and you do not want that. All right. Remember, you are governed by Aries as well. And for me, based on my awareness, you're governed by Aries. Now, the sun is in Aries here. So life will favor you. Whatever decisions you want to make in terms of relationships, life will favor you right now. It'll be more easier for you to deliver the news now opposed to any other moment. um, there's lots of activity in your family life, home and family, career. So these areas of your life, there's activity in your home life, your career, and definitely your love life. Is it a good month for you to start a family? Definitely not. This is not a good month for you to be starting a family. Is it a good month for you if you've already got children? What is the case in terms of children? How is the energy in terms of your family life? This is a much more improved month for you compared to March. March would have been a breaking point, but we still have the new moon solar eclipse energy happening in your fifth house of true love. It seems some of you would have went through a breakup, or some of you are not on talking terms with somebody that you're with, or some of you would have went through a severe issue in your workspace where you could have had it out with your superior, or if you're in business, you could have lost a major client, or you're on the border with a client, or if you are a person that is dependent on, if you're a person that is dependent on somebody for financial reasons, there's a bit of an issue because you're sitting on a fence right now. From the 14th of April, things open up for you favorably. This is a time for you to observe your thought, word, and your actions. See what you are thinking. Think before you think. Think of the thoughts going in your head. Then you will talk the right thing. When you talk the right thing, you over a considerable period of time, you will do the thing that is going to bring return and investment for your life. But if your thoughts are negative and you can't control them, over a considerable period of time, you're going to talk it a certain way and do it a certain way, which is going to boom bang you. And the boom banging will be not very pleasant because this is a year for you to release all the bad habits, whatever it is that you found difficult for you to release, whatever addictions you've had. This is a year when you release them, it becomes much more easier for you to release. Remember, addictions are only addictions because you have an inability to control the mind. The mind controls you. That's what's addiction. Somebody is addicted to doing some kind of narcotics, somebody else is addicted to talking absolute crap. There's lots of different addictions. Everybody's got some kind of addictions, and over a period of time, if you do not control your mind, that becomes a very severe form of addiction. You cannot leave it. This is a time where it becomes much more simpler for you to leave certain character defects, or walk away from the defects, or work on the character defects. What are the character defects I'm talking about? During the month, you'll come to such awareness. You will listen to what you are being told. Normally, you do not like to be told anything. You don't like anybody to tell you what to do. This is a month you'll be more observant. You'll be more on the listening front. This is a month where you will think a certain way and you will definitely speak a certain way that matches your thoughts. You will find yourself talking from your heart in the month of April. Why? Because we've got Saturn's strong energy here in your fifth house of true love. If because you already know what it's like through the last 6 to 8 months, what it's like to not speak from your heart and wait till land you, because you already know you are sitting on a fence right now. All right, this is with a client, business partner, husband, wife, or relationship, but somebody is significant other. Financially, this is a decent month for you. It's a much more better month for you compared to March. Definitely a better month for you compared to April. This is a better month for you financially. I'm seeing you starting to pay off any debt. People that owe you money. Look, sixth house Taurus, seventh house Gemini. Uh, Maybe not so much. I would say from the month of May, June, this is when people start to pay you back the money that they owe you. But now, don't try too hard. You don't want to piss anybody off, where they won't even pay you back even half of anything. Just wait for May and June. Then you'll see people will open up to you first and they will make promises to pay, right? Or PTPs. You know what's PTPs? PTPs are promises to pay, right? Let's move straight into the sign governed by Saturn, Capricorns, the cardinal sign here of the Cancers. So, Cancerians. So, you were definitely impacted with the new moon solar eclipse, because the new moon solar eclipse, the new moon or the moon itself is governing Cancer, which is your seventh house of marriage, your seventh house of partnership. Now, here that light has been dull. So, a lot of you, relationship trauma, March, April, once again, April. If you do not learn the lessons that you need to learn, or apply the lessons that you have already learned, if you're going to let the ego guide you, if you're going to let the ego walk before your true self, which is spirit, you're going to go through the worst time of your life in relationships in the month of April. Now, are you always wrong? Are you always right? It doesn't matter. What matters is within you. Do you feel within you, when there's nobody watching you, when there's nobody looking at you, do you feel that you are right? Oh, Abhi, if I tell the person they're right, then they will take advantage of me. Then guess what? You don't need to be in that relationship. If you're a person where you don't want to be honest because you're afraid the person gonna take advantage of you, then you're not a healed person. You are suffering trauma from the past. If you look at a child, a 10-year-old child, he's got no trauma. He will just go by the wind. But as years go along, if you haven't healed, you start building on this trauma. You start entangling yourself with this trauma, and it takes. If you don't know how to handle yourself, obviously you're going to let that trauma walk before you, which is always going to cause you problems. This is entanglement. Please go on to my Astro Dabi podcast on YouTube, and you'll see I've done a podcast on entanglement and how to untangle yourself from karmic entanglements. Now, generally, you also do not like to be told what to do. You like to be sit in a fixed way, and you can, it's either your way or no way in most cases. The best thing for you to do, yeah, Also, over the last couple of months, last 2 or 3 months, people from the past walked into your life, relationships, relationships that never ended well. Remember, you're the polar opposites of Cancerians. So definitely, you people are walking in from your past. Relationships, exes. This is also deals that you have made in the past that never fruitalized. They were sitting in your pipeline. You will see that they will reach out to you now. If you're in business, they will reach out to you and they will give you some good news. This is a very good month for you in terms of business. This is a very good month for you in terms of career, in terms of your finances. You've got Saturn sitting in your third house, aspect in the ninth house. If you're traveling, please double check your passports, double check your tickets. Uh, Saturn's presence here will definitely take you traveling. Definitely take you away from the home. But at the same time, with Mercury retrograding in your fourth house of home family root, it seems that there's something in the house that is causing you a delay with regards to your travel. It also seems that something in your house is causing you delay in moving on in your life. Um, it also seems that maybe a lot of the things that you thought you have moved on from, you actually haven't, because around your home, there's a lot of presence of that which you should have moved on from but haven't. There's lots of presence around you. It could be items, uh, it could be anything in your home. This is definitely the home or the location of your home. So how do you work with this? Look, also for you, life is taking you, moving you. So a lot of you won't be living in the same place for the next 18 months. A lot of you are moving homes. A lot of you are finding new areas to live. You want a better place. Some of you are looking into getting into property. You want to buy and sell homes, or you want to invest in homes to put tenants there. Very good for you to do that. From a financial space, good month for you. From a health perspective, a lot of you will suffer with your knees and your stomach. Your stomach will give you a lot of problem. But this is not because something that have erupted from you which you do not know of. It seems that you are eating something or drinking something which you already know that you shouldn't be eating or drinking that. But because of your stubborn nature, you are doing it to satisfy your sensory perceptors, because you do not have a control over the five senses. You're allowing your senses to control you, which is poisoning the body, which is the stomach. Now, as a consequence of that, their sickness and diseases, they do not exist. They only exist as a manifestation of the negative energy which has been brewing within you over a considerable period of time. When that negative energy starts to brew within you over a considerable period of time, it starts to disrupt the most weakest part in your body. And for you, the weakest part in your body this month is definitely your stomach area. Good luck and God bless you, Capricorns. May all that you want in your life, may you achieve it if you have worked for it. Good luck and God bless you. Let's move on to the sign governed by Saturn and the pre-ruler Uranus, which is sitting in Taurus energy. A lot of Aquarians right now, you've got Saturn. You're learning how to manage your finances. You are learning the lessons regarding your finances. A lot of you finances would have slowed down with Saturn's presence in your second house of earned income. Saturn is teaching you that income will never always be consistent. You need to make sure that you are consistent with how you spend your money. You need to make sure you are consistent with your vices, which is your sensory perceptors, whether you have control over them. You need to be consistent in managing your senses. If you are not consistent in managing your senses, then you will suffer during this time because of lack of finances, because money won't be coming in so freely. But if you have control over your senses, then you won't worry so much. Why? Because if you never eat that one thing today, it doesn't matter, because you have a control over your sense of taste. If you never, uh, you get the drift, right? I'm not going to go on and on. But yeah, you've got activity in your second house and third house. Traveling, a lot of you are traveling. Third house is aspect ninth house of travel. New moon solar eclipse. It seems that there's something that you've been waiting for regarding traveling. Regarding your travel has finally manifested itself. Now you've got your answer. You can finally travel. Some of you are waiting for some kind of documentation. Some of you are waiting on your health report to see if you can travel. Some of you are waiting to see your results, to see if you can enroll into that institution. And you will get that now, and I see positive results for you. A lot of you should go back into school. A lot of you should go back to school. Now, for me, I'm a sun Aquarian. I'm an Aquarian. I'm going back to school. In fact, it's every day. I teach myself every day. Through meditation, I'm always becoming aware of something new. But at the same token, I'm planning to go live on YouTube, where I'm going to teach the sciences of astrology, numerology, and I'm going to do it over lots of illustration, a lot of illustrative work. And there's also something brewing, something that is brewing, the Astro in shop, which I will talk to you guys about later on. I will share this with you. Very, very exciting thing. So we've got lots of activity in the second house of earn income aspect, in the eighth house of transformation, home, finances, property. A lot of you were thinking about buying property. Well, this is not a good year for you to purchase any properties. We've got uh, lots of activity happening in the skies where the planets are with the numerological vibration number 9. This is a good time for you to close matters that have not been working for you. If you are a person that has been saving for a property and you've got that finances to purchase that property, the good time for you to buy that is anytime after August this year. At least August this year, it's a good time for you to buy property after that. In terms of your love life, eighth house, seventh house, eighth house, fifth house. We've got Gemini sitting in your fifth house. We've got the ruler of Gemini, which is backwards, which is retrograde. So Mercury is retrograding in your fifth house of true love. It has went direct on the 1st of April, but 5-day rule. So from the 7th and 8th of April, things start to move better for you in your fifth house of home, fifth house of true love. Also, children. If you are somebody that's looking for children, it's a good time for you to get involved with all of that kind of business anytime after the 8th, 9th of April. You can go do what you need to do to make that happen in your life. Or you could find yourself being very creative. You're trying to create something very exciting. Um, Fifth house is all about creativity as well. So you can find yourself very creative in the upcoming days. In terms of your health, look, health, sixth house from Aquarius, which is Cancer. So that whole new moon solar eclipse that happened in Aries. Now, because the cardinal signs is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, there's something that have awakened within you to get yourself back into shape. I know personally this has worked for me, something that has startled within me, and I've realized that I need to do something, and I started that. I never procrastinate. I did it without thinking. I just went and did it. I never planned it. It just happened a couple of days ago. I think it was on Monday, if I'm correct. And this is how, if you are in tune with the planets, if you are tuned to the station, if you are tuned into the station, you will realize the beauty of the planets and how they work for you and how you can work with that energies. Now, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aquarians, you're also going through a spiritual awakening. This is a very good time for you to start meditating. If you're not meditating, then you are obviously missing out on the most important aspects of who you are as a person. You do not want to be unconsciously living. When you're unconsciously living, you will never smell the roses on the roadside. You're driving to wherever you're driving, you'll never see the beauty of the flowers on the road. Your mind is somewhere else, but you're driving. You're eating food, but your mind is somewhere else. You don't even taste the ingredients of the food. Your husband or wife cooked a nice food for you. You just say, "Oh, honey bunny, nice food you made," and then you think about your story, what happened before, but you don't really mean that. You just want to make your partner happy for nothing. So you are just saying things for the benefit of it. You're not going to go anywhere far for that. You must be grounded. You must be present where you are. Your mind must be fixated with where you are at this moment. So that's your purpose. That's your whole lesson, Aquarians. You need to stop thinking out of this world now. You need to stop thinking of things that do not exist. You need to become present. You need to become mindful. You need to be as above, so below. If you're not grounded, you'll never be, your crown will never be open. You need to be grounded. Let's move on to the sign governed by Pisces, governed by Neptune. Sign governed by Neptune is Pisces. Neptune is a dreamy planet. Now, this is the biggest month for you, Pisces. You've got Saturn's present here over the last 2.5, 3 years. You've went through the biggest challenges in your life, in your marriage, partnerships, career. From January, career issues you've been going through. Parents, if you've got parents, or it's you that have been going through health issues. Also, seventh house of marriage. A lot of people who have got divorced during this time. A lot of people who have also went through issues where you're undergoing that, or it has been the talk or the thought, never manifested as yet, which is causing you severe health issues. Uh, Career issues have come right. The whole new moon solar eclipse happened in your second house of earning income, aspecting the second house, the eighth house of transformation. So your work life has gotten very busy from the 1st of April, and that will continue towards the end of April. Now, with Mercury and Venus, the retrograde, with them going direct this month, this is a very good time for you to progress in your life. If you are looking to make decisions in your love life, if you're looking to make decisions with regards to your health, if you're making decisions regarding your career, you need to start doing that now from the 19th of April. You do not need to wait now. Now you must move forward. If you are single, put yourself out there. If you find it difficult to do that, then guess what? The universe only gives you what you are. Look back at the relationship that has ended, why it has ended. What was your role in that? What role did you play? Obviously, there's energy. There's a mix of energy now. Um, as imperfections as what we are, we're never going to give off the consistent energy. Depending on our thought patterns and how our pineal glands are behaving, we'll give off that kind of, we'll project that kind of energy based on how our pineal glands are functioning. So our pineal glands are never functioning at its highest all the time. Well, it all depends on how, what type of yogas you do, what yat yoga, karma yoga, kriya yoga, jnana. Depending on what type of yogas you do, basically it's all dependent on how your pineal gland is behaving. You will be a certain way. Now is the perfect time for you to move forward in your life. It's out with the old, in with the new. Now it's time for you to chuck out everything that has not been working for you. Let it go. Saturn's presence in your first house, getting ready to go into your second house of earn income, 12th house, first house, second house. You've got all the lessons that you need. What more do you want? It's time for you to Gajima. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to pick up your bags and get rolling. Because if you don't do that, you're never going to get this opportunity 29 years from now. Now, do you see how important this time is? Do you see how important this year is? You will never get Saturn's presence where he is right now again. After 29 years, you'll get it. So you will never get the lessons like this again. So take those lessons, apply it, and move forward in your life. Life is the only thing that you own. The only thing that you own is your karma, your experience. Everything else is Atha Mata stories. It's all owned by Mother Earth. The body will go back to Earth. The car will go to somebody else. The house will go to somebody else. The job. Ooh, let me tell you something. I left one job there. I was in an executive role, not in Manco, an executive. I left there after one day, everybody forgot about me. Now, this is reality. When you accept reality for what it is, you won't hang on to false illusions or illusions. You all hold on to, oh, but I know this person is going to remember me. They're going to remember. That is all bullshit. It's a bullshido. You know how you get, who knows, who knows Aikido? Who knows what Aikido is? Yeah. Anybody knows what Aikido? What is Aikido? Who knows what Aikido is? Welcome, Vids. I know Vids, you know what Aikido is. Hello, bye, welcome. Bye, you know what's Aikido? Yeah, it's a fighting style. Right. Now, do you know what's Bushido? Bushido is when you don't accept reality for what it is. You want to hang on to the illusions. The illusion is very easy to hold on to. Oh, you know what? This company will never function without me. This company will never function without me if I leave because I'm the Don, I'm the Don. You see, that is illusion because that's not reality. When you focus on reality and accept truth for what it is, that's where the realization is that the sun will shine, the plants will grow, the animals will run around, the rivers will flow, life will move, the planets will orbit. The sun doesn't wait to rise every morning based on our awakening. The sun just rises. When you accept truth for what it is, there is nothing that you own. Sun, moon, and ascendant Pisces, there is nothing that we own. We own nobody. We don't even own ourselves. We only own our karma. As we think, speak, and do, we own that experience as a return. That is the only thing we own, which will take us into a state of consciousness depending on our thoughts, words, and actions. When you hold on to the bullshido, you are going to get bullshido experiences. Now you're going through Saturn's presence in the 12th and first house. Saturn is taking you out of the bullshido. It's taking you into realization. Accept realization. Walk away from the illusion. We are going through a period called Kali Yuga. Kali is the dark time. The time of what? The yoga yuga means the area. It means the time frame or the period that we are going in. We are not going through the golden age right now. So now we need to learn the lessons more quicker than anything else, because if we don't, then life will boom bang us. And if you look around you, if you listen to my 2025 report I've done in the beginning of the year, you'll find it on my channel. You'll find my podcast there. you will see that I've spoken about World War III. I've spoken about artificial intelligence progressing at a very rapid rate. I've spoken about the collapsing of all centralized institutions, and I spoke about a shift in currency. I've spoken about all of this. It's happening now. So if you are Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Pisceans, this is the last 3 months that you have. You need to write down everything that you've experienced from 2021. Write it down, what lessons you've learned, apply it. It'll be difficult to apply it at first. Apply it, and then you get used to it, and then you'll create a whole new way of life. Anything in the beginning is difficult. You go to box or you go to gym, it's difficult to carry that weight. After a considerable period of time, based on the stimulation of that muscle and based on habit and muscle memory and mental memory, pranic energy, physical memory, and mental memory, it starts to get more simpler, because your body, mind, your pranic energy, your mental body, and your physical body adapts to that weight against gravity. So here it's the same thing. You will adapt to it. You are going through a complete new change in your life, Pisceans. A whole new chapter awaits you. And sometimes it's very scary because you'll find yourself alone. But guess what? It's in the beauty of that alonesome, in the dark space of raw truth of who we are, in that empty space of nothingness of what we actually are. Hey, then you'll come to a realization, hey, I thought I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm a big chief, I'm owning this, I'm owning that, but I'm actually absolute nothingness. The raw beauty of this truth allows us to the consequence of that acceptance, our heart chakra opens and we become empathetic towards life. Towards life, we become empathetic as a consequence of realizing our true nature. Thank you very, very much, Mani Nirmalan, for patiently managing my session. If you guys, if you want a personal report, 07633101118, a career enhancement, D2D10, 073310118. D7 Navamsa chart, marriage, relationships, D7, D9, Navamsa charts, D3, D9, studies, nakshatra, what to study, when to study, where to plant your seeds, how to water it, what to expect. D2, D10, divisional charts of the second house of earning income, aspect in the 10th house of career, honors, prestige, and awards, a 5-year and a 10-year report. These are the things that I'm focusing on the month of April, because this is where the planets are and this is where it will be impacting everybody the most. So I'm opening that up the most. Normally, I move away from D3, D9. I move away from the Navamsa and I focus on the first option on my PDF. But for this month, I will welcome you. If you're coming with those requests, I'll welcome you. So I thank everybody for listening to me. If you haven't as yet, please go onto my Astro In channel on YouTube. Click on the subscribe button, and all my insights are there, and that is free. And when you listen to these insights, your whole world will change. Your world is within you. You will start to realize more, you will start to know more, and you will start to behave in a way of more knowing. And when you behave in a way of more knowing, you create better decisions. And when you make better decisions, you get better return and time, mental, pranic, and physical input. You get a better return on all three bodies, which is still in the material dimension, but fundamentally you get what I'm saying. Basically, you get a more profound experience based on implementing, based on whatever you hear, whatever I talk about there, you implement that, you have a more profound experience. What more can you ask for? Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Hari Bol, Om Namah Shivaya. Goodbye, everybody, and I will see you soon.